Hi there, this is Carrie from Stamp with CT. It is Wednesday, and that means it's time for our Facebook Live, so welcome. Whether you are watching live or watching the replay, I'm super excited that you're here today. We're going to make a fun project that I think you're going to love. It's a great way to use up those little scraps of paper that we get, those strips of paper from cutting down our gorgeous designer series paper. And we all end up with those, right? So my name is Carrie Todd, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Texas. And I've been a demonstrator for 10 years. Been doing these Facebook Live videos now each week. Most weeks. We've missed a couple, but gosh, I think 3 years. Yeah, I think so. Gone past the 3-year mark now. And I just love carving out a few minutes to spend with you each week. And it inspires me to pull out my products and create with you. So I hope you will say hello as you hop on. We're going to get started with the crafting first thing, and then I have a couple announcements at the end of the video. Okay, well, I'm back here by myself today. Usually I have Oliver with me, the crafty pup. Sometimes Dale is with me, my husband, and he has been the past couple weeks, but my hand arthritis is doing better. I think I can do this on my own today, but I'm grateful for them. We are making a cute little project. I think it turned out really cute. So just using some strips of designer series paper and a little piece that I stamped that cute little daisy. And this is a crushed curry card base with garden green and pebbled path accents. And then also stamped wild wheat as part of that daisy as well. So I'll show you the stamp set that I'm using from the Fresh as a Daisy suite. And it's in our new annual catalog. You guys probably know that because this has been really, really popular. On page, let me look here, 100 and 101, you have the Fresh as a Daisy suite. So lots and lots of samples to inspire you. It's one of the great things about our catalog is it's a tool to order products, but also to inspire you because there literally is hundreds of inspirational samples throughout the catalog. And then over here you can see all the different components to the suite. We're going to be using the designer series paper, the stamps and dies. Oh, y'all can tell Dale got the cuckoo clock fixed, so it is back. All right, let's take a look at the designer series paper. This comes in 12 by 12. And it is really pretty. It features the new in colors for 2023 to 2025, and then also like Pretty Peacock that returned, some other colors as well, crushed curry and garden green. Ooh, there's that boho blue and copper clay. We're using this piece to create the project today. Nope, that doesn't want to cooperate. So really pretty paper. And what's great is if you're not into the florals or you want something a little bit different, those washes on the back of the paper, the B side, make it really easy to create backgrounds and everything. Okay, then we're also using this super cute stamp set, Cheerful Daisy. You can see it's got some cute sentiments, but it also has several daisy images, and it coordinates with the Cheerful Daisy dies. Now these give you lots and lots of options. You've got 3 or 4 sizes of daisy that you can cut out. And so the project we're going to make today, we did some stamping here, but we're going to use the dies on the project today just to kind of show you you've got lots of options. Now we do have a designer series paper sale going on right now. And even when our paper is on sale, you know, it's still an investment. You want to get the most for your money when you're utilizing your craft supplies. So that's why I like to show you from time to time how we can use up those scraps. Because what happened, I pulled out this paper, and you can see I've got a lot of strips and they're varying sizes. You know, this is a pretty good size strip, but these are about an inch, inch and a quarter. And so, you know, what do you do with those? If you don't use them up, they tend to get banged up and bent, and you just throw them away. I want to use my paper scraps. So let me show you how we do this little layout. And we're going to do something a little bit different on this project. I'm using a boho blue card base. That again is one of those new in colors. And it's really, I think, one of my favorites. Now I know I pulled the bone folder out. There it is. So this is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. We'll go ahead and burnish that score line. I will go in and edit the description of the video so you have these measurements if you would like them. Now, as usual, I like to show you options. So we're going to position this card this other way, and we're going to use a little bit longer strips. I'll set that aside for a minute because the next thing we're going to work on is the inside. If I can find my pieces. There's one of them. And here's the other one. So again, I'll show you the inside here. I wanted to use up some more strips, so just place that there. And in here, I want to do the same thing, but of course it'll be oriented this other way. So just want to put a couple little strips inside. And I love this piece of Designer Series paper. It's just so cute. I don't think I have a full sheet, or I would have shown you. I think we'll put it over here. I'm just going to bring that over. And it's okay if it's a little bit wonky. I think that's part of the fun and the whimsy of this layout, is that it doesn't have to be perfect. Thank goodness, because I am not perfect, y'all. Not when it comes to crafting, but I have a lot of fun. And we'll just pop that on there. So just a way to use up a little bit more of the paper strips and decorate the inside of the card. You could certainly stamp as well if you wanted to. That would be cute too, wouldn't it? So we'll put our inside panel. Oops, I didn't put the squiggle in the middle. That's okay though. This is such a good adhesive, it will hold it just with that 4 corners, won't it? Alrighty. Now we can set that aside. And I'm going to bring in my focal piece. Now here I did a 3, I'm trying to think, 3 3/4 by 2 3/4, and then just made this a 1/4 size smaller. And then I've got my strips of paper, and I will have to measure how long these are, but of course these are going to go across. I think this is the one I want to flip over, and I'll show you why. I wanted to be sure that I got some of that copper clay in the flowers coming out the edges, so that when I put that focal image on, it still shows, and that kind of ties everything together. So that was my thought process there. I think this is the one that I want flipped over. There's Oliver. So then with the dies, I've got some pieces cut that I'll go ahead and bring in. We've got the base of our daisy is boho blue, and then just a piece of white cut from that accent die. Oops, man, I fumble fingers. I'm just going to put a tiny bit of liquid glue in a couple places to adhere that down to the base of my flower. And I like just putting a little bit, oh, I got it on my fingers. I like just putting a little bit in the center there and leaving these edges to come up and give it a little bit more dimension. We'll let that dry for just a second. And I'll try to get some of this glue off my fingers. And while we wait for that, let's do our stamping. I've got some copper clay ink. And I'll bring my piercing mat in for this part so that I get a good impression when I stamp. Because it's a photopolymer stamp, it doesn't have any cushion in the stamp. But we can accomplish that with the piercing mat. Okay, let's see if I can get this somewhat straight. I may have to bring it to me a little bit. Let's try that. It's a weird angle with my camera up above. Let me turn it upside down. Sometimes that's a little bit truer. I think it looks pretty good. So, oopsie daisy, so sorry is our sentiment. And we're actually going to use this as a birthday card, but we forgot someone's birthday. That's never good, is it? Oops, I think I just lost a piece. Nope, there it is. But I think this will make a cute little birthday card. And apologize for being late. Okay, so now I've got this little piece from the die, and it's cut from the copper clay, and I want to position it over here, and our daisy right about here. So this is poking out just a tiny bit, and I think what we'll do is grab a glue dot. Now you'll see on my roll of glue dots, I've got the center of the daisy here, just so that I could keep up with it and I didn't lose it before the video. And that's a good little tip. If you're working and doing multiples, you can always put those small pieces on a roll of glue dots. And then we'll just add that little piece of foliage there. And I kind of want it off of my focal image piece just a little bit. Okay, then we'll add our daisy. And of course, we'll add it with a couple of Stampin' Dimensionals. Because why not? We can, right? We can put some dimension there. Oh, that looks cute. Okay, so now I'll go back and find my little center to my daisy, and since I had it on the glue dots, it's just ready to pop right there. Add it. And now it's just a matter of assembling. Now what I did with this card was I adhered the strips to the back of the white piece and had that going across the mat. And I really like that look, and I think I'm going to try doing that again. So I'm just going to get things positioned, and I want them to be a little bit askew, a little bit wonky. I really like that look. You could certainly do them straight as well, and that would be fine. So that's how I did it. Was just went in now and put a little bit of liquid glue. Once I had them positioned, and then I can come in with this piece and kind of eyeball it, make sure that it's approximately in the center, right? That's not exactly what I wanted to do, but it's going to work. It's going to work. We'll do this one a little bit different. Okay. Sometimes my brain doesn't work right, y'all. Anybody else have that problem? But it's going to work. it's just going to be matted. And I may even let that piece tip just a little bit. I kind of like that. And then even let this one tip just a little bit. But there's that dimensional back. They get everywhere, don't they? So let me know if you have some scraps of designer series paper that you need to use up. I bet you do. And what I do is I just put my scraps in with the paper pack. So whatever it came with, that's where I put those little scraps. Right back in that packaging. Try to tip it this way a little bit. Oh, that's cute, isn't it? It's got a lot going on, but that's really cute. I like that. Not exactly what I was intending, but it worked just fine. Now, I've got these sparkly dots that I just love, and I thought those would be fun. They were a fun accent on the first card. Thought these would be fun on here as well. I think I'll use these more silvery to bring just a little bit of sparkle. We love our sparkle, right? And I'll just place maybe 3 of them on here. I think I did 5 on the other card, but I think the way that this one's positioned, 3 is going to be just fine. So there you have it, guys. I think that turned out really sweet. I love it. And then, of course, we've got the inside with the little strips as well, and those are also just a little bit askew and wonky. I think that gives it a little bit of whimsy. I like how that turned out. And just a reminder, this is what our original project looked like with the stamping. And again, that's wild wheat and crushed curry. Bring that a little closer so you can see how pretty that is. You've got the 2-step stamp in that stamp set. So just really, really a fun stamp set. Okay, no happy mail for today, but let me move these out of the way because I do have the prize from last week and the prize for this week. So in order to be entered for a chance to win the prize, you need to leave me a comment and let me know that you watched. It always helps me to know who has been here and seen the video. I love seeing your little faces. Now, I can't see comments while I'm crafting just because of my setup, but I do go back and read the comments and answer any questions that you may have. I will put the measurements in the description of the video, but in order to be eligible to win the prize, you do need to leave me a comment, and you can also send up some hearts. I love to see those hearts as well. Okay, so for last week, we had a bottle of the Tombow Multi-Purpose Liquid Glue as our prize. And Lisa Tweedle, or Lisa Current, I think is you're known on Facebook, you are the winner. So Lisa's always so kind to watch the video each week. And a lot of times she watches the replay, lets me know she watches the replay, and then leaves some comments. So thank you, Lisa. But any comment, whether it's on Facebook or YouTube, enters you for a chance to win. And then I have this masking paper that I thought would be a fun prize. I ended up with quite a stockpile of this masking paper. And so that's our prize for this week. It's really fun because you can actually cut out, you can die cut from this. You can cut it out with a punch. You can fussy cut around it, and you can actually place it down and then stamp over that, and it gives you that foreground and background effect. And so it's a really cool tool that you can use in your crafting. So I have a package of it. If you would like to be entered for a chance to win, just leave a comment for me. And I think that's it for today, y'all. Thank you for being here with me. Again, whether you're here live or on the replay, I appreciate you. I hope that you enjoyed our crafting for today, and let me know which one is your favorite, the crushed curry or the boho blue. I like both of them. I would have a hard time picking a favorite, but let me know which one is your favorite, and I will see you again next Wednesday at 10 a.m. Don't forget, we have the Designer Series paper sale, and I almost forgot to tell you, we have free shipping today, y'all. Stampin' Up! Is offering free shipping on orders of $75 or more, and so that is always exciting when you can save on that shipping. I hate paying for shipping, so I'm going to get an order ready, and you should too. Talk to you soon.